No, no.
No, no,
no, no,
no, no, no, no, no, no,
no,
no, no,
no, no, no, no.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the She Said No podcast. I'm your host, Marco G, aka the Sixth Scale Scoundrel, and I'm joined here by my beautiful co-host, Gigi. Gigi, say hi.
Hi.
Into the mic, too, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh my god. I'm just... Okay.
Gigi, episode
It's gonna
26.
be like this.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll take you like that. Let us know if the audio's working okay. We're trying some new things. Every time we're going to have issues, so just let us know if you can hear us all right. Apologies for the intro being a little loud. Again, trying something new. Gigi, Keith Lee had a question here, because I said in the chat, I said, we're sorry for being late, but Gigi's warming up by remembering something I did 3 years ago that she's still mad about, starting soon.
I don't have to keep things from 3 years ago. I literally walking, 300 feet. It was like 5 things. Like, why is he doing this?
And apologies, it was actually Equine. He said 3 years ago, I'm sorry, the argument has expired. And I told him that there is no statute of limitations.
I don't need a statute of limitations. He annoys me every day.
That's right. I'm that good. I'm that good at it. But Gigi, how you doing?
I don't know how to talk into the mic.
Just direct your voice.
Well, when I was talking like this, you were like talking to the mic.
Just how you're talking, but just towards the mic.
Why don't you get it, man?
Just get it. Why don't you get it, man? All right. Keith Lee's saying the audio is good. All right. Thank you for confirming. Gigi, episode 26, like I said. You were like, why are we going to do a show? We just did one recently. There's something that I really want to talk to you about. I think you've got a suspicion, because I've had some streams on. Mm-hmm. You've seen what everyone's buzzing about. It'll be a shorter show today. We're going to get right to it. But Gigi, I want to start off with, is it weird? And talk about something that we do. What?
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Very possible that
I had one too, so go ahead. You didn't check in with me.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, go ahead. I'll say this one as a backup. What's your is it weird? No.
Go.
All right. Please. Go. Do it live. So, Gigi, you and I, when we go get something to drink, normally at Starbucks, or if we go to get a drink with friends, we'll order 2 things. Let me say, I will order 2 things, and then you try both of them, and then you take the one that you like, and I'm left with the shittier one, ostensibly. Is that weird, Gigi? Or you think that's something that a lot of couples do?
No, I think that's the norm. Why would I get stuck with something I don't like? I'm already married to you.
What?
I am married. Oh my god,
wow.
I have a lot of jokes to myself that I was like, wow, that'd be hilarious.
That is...
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
That was uncalled for, I'm just going to say, but you know what?
Anyway.
Oh, man. Equan is just saying, pretend like the mic is my face, and just you need to yell at my face. So, simple as that.
Okay. Well, no, it worked.
Okay, so Gigi, what was your is it weird?
So we've had like something similar to this, but is it weird to talk about divorce as much as we talk about divorce?
We definitely
divorcing each other, just to clarify. Divorce. I feel like we had talked about like other people.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you're saying, like we commonly say, I'm gonna divorce you.
Yeah, and also just like I think we went one step ahead this last time. We were having lunch with Marco's uncle and his wife, who are older, obviously, but I don't want to say much older, but they're married, and he's been divorced a few times.
I think twice. You gotta just cycle through until you get it right.
Yeah. And so we talk about divorce all the time, but I think our friends maybe are used to it. I don't know.
And by
Sometimes,
talk about divorce, you mean like jokingly say like I will divorce you
well, other
when we
things
get
as well.
divorced.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we were having lunch, I forget who I'm around sometimes, and I just gotta be me. And then I said something to the effect, and these are like, serious people.
They're not
And
big jokers, that's for
yeah,
sure.
yes, exactly. And I was just like, oh yeah, I was telling Marco like, when if we get a divorce, I did say if.
You oftentimes say
Yeah, yeah,
when
but
I divorce you,
know
but yeah,
your audience. And I
yeah.
said, we're good right now. Why don't we talk about dividing property right now while we're good? Because if we get a divorce, like Marco already said he's gonna be very spiteful. So, and then I realized who I was talking to, and I was like, oh, they're not our friends. And then I was just like,
Yeah, yeah, and I
maybe
get
I
it's
should.
a sensitive subject. A lot of people's lives have been impacted by this matter, but this is how Gigi and I joke. We've got a dark, dark sense of humor. Keith Lee is saying, "Do we talk about hall passes too?" Absolutely, absolutely. We can get into that. We can get into who's on our list. Bix from Andor, top of the list. I saw. Oh, so let's transition on to what's on tap. Gigi, we haven't really watched much together, but what have we been watching together recently?
Nothing, I don't think. Oh, clipped?
Clipped, yeah. So it's on Hulu. It might be on FX. It's about the Clippers and about is his name Donald Sterling?
Mm-hmm.
He's played by Al Bundy.
Yeah.
I forget the actor's name, but yeah, really well done. Like it's pretty goofy, but really well done. The Boys just dropped today too. I think the first 4 episodes. So not that you have a ton of time, but we
Correct.
definitely need to watch that. And then House of Dragons coming back. I'm trying to get Gigi into House of Dragons. She still resists. I was like, you loved Game of Thrones, you watched it all, but you won't
It's
watch
just
House
a
of
time
Dragon.
commitment. I just know it's a time commitment. I can't do that to myself.
Ah,
This
man,
is a very inopportune time for me to be streaming because
you
I have a
should be
lot of
working.
work. I have
You
a
should be
lot of
working.
work. I think that's why I'm so annoyed.
And she said, okay, well, pay me my rate, and I just can't afford her. So,
Well, I did say the compromise was that Marco would wash the dishes and
and I
then I would
watched the
stream.
hell out of those
You
dishes.
did.
I
And
did.
he
I
made
did.
dinner.
Yeah,
I'll give you
I
your
did. Yeah, yeah.
flowers.
And I that's why I think I should get to do whatever I want to do.
I'm not sure that they'll let us.
Oh, they should. I own the place.
Is it so? I got free reign to just get whatever
I don't know
figures I
what that
want, right?
means. That was very lost on me.
Okay, anyways. All right, let's check in with the chat really quick. We got Equan. Marco get two and I'll get two. He's talking about the Wolverine. Equan, we'll get there. We'll get there.
God.
If last week's topic was meant to piss Gigi off, this week's topic
Mhm.
is definitely meant to
I
piss
don't know.
Gigi
You
off.
might be surprised.
Okay, well, let's hope she surprises us today. So, Equan, thanks for joining. A live stream ain't a live stream without King Dingaling. You want to read this one, Gigi?
Is Marco already getting yelled at before the stream? Let me tell you something. He did not. I mean, you can share the text later, but I was running a little bit late because I was working. Like I'm working on a deadline for Monday, and he didn't give me a drink. What was the other thing? Come on, prep the talent, please.
Ah, boy. Okay, she needed a trailer. She needed snacks. I fucked up. But you know what? What can you do? King Ding, thanks for joining. Larry Walker in the house. What's going on, Larry Walker? By the way, who's hosting LWO tonight? Equan says Big Bretta. Yes, on Big Bretta's channel. So definitely tune in not too long after this. Keith Lee in the house. What's up, Gigi,
Hi.
Marco, and Pancake? Keith Lee, thank you so much for joining. Let's see who else we got in the house. We got Mike, the Sith Scale Collector. Yo, what's up, collectors? Hey, thanks for joining. We got Avengers Assemble in the house. Yo, Avengers Assemble, what's going on?
Hi.
Thanks for joining. We got Mark P. What's up, Marco plus GG? Mark P, thanks so much for joining. Let's see, we got Jose Hernandez in the house. Hey, Marco and GG. Jose, thanks for joining. We got the legend S Beam. Hello, all. S Beam,
Hi.
thank you so much for being in here. Let's see, we got Brick Artemis in the house. Brick, what's going on? Happy Friday, everyone. Brick, thanks so much for joining. Equan saying, so Marco won then. Gigi picked two men and married the better one, like the coffee. Flawless logic. And I think she definitely won, right? She definitely won. We got Eddie Rodriguez. Don't put that into the universe. Too late. It's out there. It's out there. Eddie, thanks so much for joining. Let's see. We got Lane Kramer in the house. Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Lane, thanks so much for joining. Let's see. He's saying you need to get Gigi a Wolverine. She also needs those Jackman Munchops in the one figure spot she has. Yeah, actually. Come on. Who doesn't like Hugh Jackman? Come on, it's a no-brainer. Jose saying, Marco, you're watching clips, but you couldn't watch Winning Time. You know, we'll get there. We'll get there in terms of Winning Time. This is the one about the Lakers on HBO.
Oh.
I intended to watch it, but we never got there. But maybe now that Gigi's enjoying clips, we can get to Winning Time, because I think similar vibes, right? So
Well, I like the gossip.
there you go, exactly. And there's plenty of gossip in that one. You want to read this one?
Should we try to guess what Gigi is drinking? My guess is wine. You will never guess what I'm drinking, actually, because this is new. Our friend, it's like a corn. What is it?
I've had that on LWO before. Yeah, it's a corn alcohol, and I'm not quite sure what
It's
the
like
name
a little sweet. It's good.
Was it like an Aztec? A
I don't
Mayan?
know. It's
Some
Mexican,
ancient.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Because of the corn.
There you go.
So I'm not because I'm Mexican, because
Wow.
of the corn.
We got TX Boy in the house. Yo, afternoon, everyone. TX Boy, thanks so much for joining. Jose saying I'll be on LWO later. Joao just sent me the invite. Okay, I did veto that, but you know what can you do? They slip through the cracks every now and then. Okay, you want to read this one from Lane, and then we'll jump into the first
I'm
topic.
gonna say this for Gigi next time. Wow.
Oh wow, I really fucked with it.
Next time you guys do a cosplay stream, Gigi needs to be Arwen. She got the cheek structure to play that character.
Wow.
Which one's that one?
This is from Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I figured.
Yeah, so
Thanks.
I had a coworker with the same name, and I'll always associate.
I've never heard it.
Yeah, her parents were definitely Lord of the Rings fans, probably stoners too. So Gigi, really quickly with the rigmarole, I want to shout out our partners over at Collector Zone. So, you know, we've got a promo code over there, 16fix.
Please don't say not 16 fix. Go ahead.
It's 16fix, 15% off. The link to Collector Zone down in the chat. And I would just say, just go join the Cantina, because a lot of these figures we talk about, if you message Marcos, he's got some pretty good deals going on. So definitely just go check him out over there. Gigi, with that, I just want to share a picture with everyone. This was you and I in the collection room.
Yes, I remember.
We shared this last time. But I'm going to Photoshop this picture someday.
So you've said.
It's ripe. So it's ripe to be Photoshopped. Gigi, with this, let's start off with a little InArt talk. I know you were not a big fan of the Ron. I think you just said it looks nice. I couldn't be bothered to have it in the collection, especially not for the price that they wanted. I wanted to draw your attention to the latest edition, and that's Hermione. Everyone's been up in arms because of these joints. You may have heard a little bit of the buzz. Gigi, I just want to know from an outsider perspective, is it a big deal at all that she's got jointed knees? Like, does that, and again, remember these figures are like close to $600, but is that a big deal given, what the standard that InArt's supposed to represent?
Well, first of all, you would know what I thought if you watched Ben Thomas' show, because we talked about this.
That's a good question. I missed that part.
Strike one.
Yeah. Whoops.
Okay, I heard what everyone said. To me, it would not be a big deal. However, I would never pay $600 to begin with. And I do agree that if you're paying $600, then, but in a counterpoint to that, I feel like I don't know too much about the difference in the bodies, joints, versus seamless. Wow, I do know.
Very talented.
But if you want to pose them, then, I feel like the joints are better.
Yeah,
Right?
I think that's kind of the conversation, right? It's like, if you want to pose, but how much is this character really going to pose? I guess she's designed to sit down, so there's that. But it's just a funny thing that happened. But Gigi, I just want to know overall, how many pancakes do you give the Hermione Granger figure? You see all the accessories she comes with.
Yeah. I
I'm
love
sure you're
it.
kind of
That
into
little
the
bag,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
freaking
I saw that. And I was
cute.
like, Gigi's gonna love that. There's a picture of Hermione, the doll,
Yeah.
and there's her in the
Yeah.
film. So the hair was pretty crazy. It's kind of spot on.
Yeah.
Gigi, how many pancakes would you give the Hermione?
I think
Granger?
I gave this the 8.5 or 9
Okay.
pancakes.
Okay.
Again, you would know this if you watched.
I don't. I'm not a big fan of Let's Get Nuts, but no,
Wow.
joking. No, I caught the end and then started rewatching the.
You were watching
and,
you were playing basketball. I get it.
Exactly.
Sure.
And losing.
You don't support me, but go ahead. Here I am.
You've only
supporting
been
you.
to 1/10 of
You
one
gave
game.
me the wrong time. You told me 9:30, and the
Listen.
game started at 9.
Well, What can we do? What can we
Okay,
do?
sir, I'm done.
Jose is saying exactly. Gigi, Marco didn't watch this on Ben's show. I saw a lot of
think.
it. I just didn't see the
Sure.
part where you covered this. Okay, Gigi.
Anyway, I think this looks really good.
Mhm.
I mean, the hair is, you know, we had said that, or I had said that the hair is, she's known for having this crazy hair, and I do like it. Stop. I am talking as loud as I can.
Well,
Anyway, and I feel like this is one of the figures, like I think with all the other figures that have the rooted hair, you kind of are concerned like, well, is it gonna get messed up? But this one is one that I think, you know, you don't have to worry about that because that is the look. Did I impress you by saying that?
you nailed it all, honestly, Gigi. Okay.
But again, I would not pay $600. That I don't care, joints, no joints. Like, no, I'm not paying $600 for this. It looks great, but, and I am a huge Potterhead, but I just, and this is my girl, but I just wouldn't. I couldn't.
Can't justify it.
can't.
Can't justify it. Okay.
$600
All right.
for one? Ugh.
Fair. All right. And just tilt your body a little bit and talk into the mic.
Oh my God, you're annoying me so much. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go like this.
Perfect. Yes. That's what I've
Okay.
been trying to tell you to do. All right, Gigi.
I can't look at the camera and look at the mic. I'm not talented like that.
You'll learn. You'll get there someday.
I hate you.
We got Bad Fish in the house. Bad Fish, what's going on? Okay, Gigi, let's just not mess around. Let's get right into this. You and I haven't talked about this Wolverine at all.
Correct.
I want to get to our segment, and that segment is Gigi Judges. And Gigi, I want to make the case for why someone should get 2 of these. So I'm
Excuse
gonna
me?
yes. You're gonna be the judge, and I'm gonna lay
I'm
out.
sorry. Can you repeat the question one more time?
I'm gonna lay out the case
Okay.
for why someone should get 2 of these, and then it's gonna be on you to combat that case. Okay. I'm also
okay.
gonna feed. I'm gonna play both sides though. I'm gonna feed you some reasons why you shouldn't, why you should be patient. But officially,
Okay, how about this though?
yeah. Talk to
Don't
me.
tell me anything first.
Oh, and then
whatever I
I'll
don't
say,
get.
okay, here's
Yeah,
some
yeah,
crumbs
yeah.
that you left.
Yeah, I like how the scale collector is
Mhm.
like, someone should get 2 of these.
You know, there's a lot of people in the community. I don't want to single anybody out. You know, just why someone might
This
get
is
2 of these
insane. The rage I am feeling right
already.
now
Okay.
for this is, why would you? Okay, just go.
All right.
Just go.
All right. So Gigi, need to draw your attention to Exhibit A here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the deluxe Wolverine set. Now, $340 on Sideshow.
Okay.
You know, if you message Marcos, you could have a different price, but you know, do your homework, shop around. $340 on Sideshow, then you layer in shipping and tax. But I want to argue that these are 3 different looks that you can get with the deluxe version, right? So
Of course.
you get it with the sleeves on. Okay, first of all, let's back up. This is just the classic Wolverine that we all grew up on, right?
Sure.
You watched the X-Men show when
Yes,
you
of
were growing
course.
up. This is it, right? This is kind of
Correct.
what we've all been waiting to see on the big screen. The fact that it's Hugh Jackman with this costume is like a double whammy, right? So iconic actor in his iconic role with an iconic look that a lot of us thought we would never see, right? After Logan, you and I didn't finish Logan, so you don't know how it ends,
correct.
but we kind of thought he wasn't coming back.
Okay.
So you get 3 different looks. So the sleeves on with the shoulder pads,
Okay.
sleeves off, and then any combination with the mask on.
Of
And you can
course.
either put the sleeves on, sleeves off,
So
shoulder
many
pads on.
accessories.
There's so many different ways that you can
Of
display
course.
this. So we know Deadpool's coming, right? So let me show you a picture from them in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
We know at least one version of Deadpool's coming. You can display this guy with your Deadpool, but then also if you have other X-Men, you could really put him alongside Gambit, put him alongside Rogue, especially if you want to go back to that, you know, masthead sculpt the masthead sculpt that's a lot more comic accurate. It's almost like 2 different figures, I would say. So you could theoretically, some may say, you could theoretically just lock in, buy one, switch them around the display. But if this is a character that you love, you know, let's say someone grew up, like this was the first ever comic book film they really saw, and they've been with Hugh Jackman this whole time, and him coming back is kind of a minor miracle. And you love this look, I think that you could justify just buying 2 and having 2 of these looks in the display. I also want to say this head sculpt is just incredible, right? Like, it just looks so much like him. It's kind of unbelievable. So, Gigi, with that, I'm going to rest my case, and I'm going to turn it over to you to determine whether that was a good argument or not.
So let me, if I understand correctly, you think that because they look so different in their, mask versus no mask, that's the reason why you would get two.
I think he could live in two different worlds, right? Like, he could be that almost inspired by the 90s, well, not almost inspired, very inspired by that 90s X-Men, almost pulled straight from the cartoon to put alongside your other X-Men, right? So he could be on that team, but then he could also either be by himself or with Deadpool, right? So he could walk kind of in these two worlds. So it's almost like two completely different versions of the character in my mind.
Okay, so let me know how you want me to structure this argument. Do
Yeah.
I go first?
Go for the jugular first?
No, do I say why I don't think that this is an incredible figure, or should I leave that for later?
No, I think you could just say however you want.
Okay.
And let me just have the chat help me here. So
Help me help
Keith
you.
Lee is saying, actually, we know two versions of Deadpool is coming based on Sideshow's website. It could be deluxe and standard, right, Keith? We don't know, but that's...
Sorry, say that again?
Deadpool's going to probably have... This version of Deadpool is probably going to have two SKUs. And we're thinking it's probably a deluxe and standard like this one has.
Okay.
That's a piece of data that I left off that I'll tell you here in a second.
Okay, you gave me some inspiration. Okay.
Hold on, really quickly.
Yes.
The chat's helping me out. Equan saying, it's not just the mask, it's the arms and the battle damage chest.
Of course.
Yes, that's something else that I forgot to mention.
Oh, yes,
So
you did forget to
he does
mention.
have battle
Good job,
damage. So
good job.
Equan, my man. So you could swap out the battle damage. So there are like, I can't do the math here, but an infinite number of permutations. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It sure seems. Let's see. Keith Lee is saying, you want to read this one?
Oh, you can buy the DX and use the unmask
Head sculpt for a kit bash of Logan in a civilian outfit. It makes too much sense. We also got Figure Craft in the house. What's going on, Figure Craft?
Hi.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you
Talk to me.
a few questions first.
Uh-oh. Is this cross-examination here?
So, no, just so I have all the information.
Of course.
So, is there another Wolverine? Oh, sorry. How many Wolverines do you have? Or, hold on, how many Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, or any variation of such do you have?
Okay, well, this is a good question. So I do have the Days of Future Past team suit version. So I've got that.
What does that look like?
In my Maja cases in the house, he's got the silver claws. He's kind of standing on a rock
he has a
base.
jacket. Like a brown jacket?
Sorry, that's the other one that I have. So they're from the same movie. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just answer the question. How many do you have?
I've got
of these, any of the Hugh Jackman.
So
I don't want you to say I have one Hugh Jackman and one Wolverine. How many? Let me be very specific. How many Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, any variation of that actor and or character do you have?
Keith Lee is saying, oh shit, she's on to you, Marco. So I do have that one from Days of Future Past that I'm describing.
I don't want
I want to spell them out.
In your head.
No, I want to spell them out for the audience, though,
okay,
so everyone
ahead.
understands.
Sure.
Days of Future Past, so the Team Suit one. I've got the one
Talk
where
to the audience, because this means nothing to me.
Where he goes back in time, where he's got that leather jacket like you're talking about, with the bone claws. And then I've also got the Logan one that I kit bashed. So I do have 3, technically, Hugh Jackmans.
Okay.
Yes.
So, isn't it true then that you have 3 head sculpts that you could use on any of those figures? So why is it that you would need 2? You're saying that your argument is that you can have these Wolverine figures with X-Men 1 setup and then with Deadpool the other setup. But couldn't you do that with your other figures?
You could. I just argue that this head sculpt is by far the best that they've ever done. That it warrants this head sculpt, yeah.
I would have to see them side by side because I am not convinced that that is the truth.
Yeah, just take my word for it.
No, I won't. I won't. Because let me tell you why. Hugh Jackman is, if you pull up the picture of what he looks like today, is very different. And to me, like, this looks very young. To me.
They might be trying to split the difference here, but he does still look good. Like,
I'm not saying no. Yeah. I'm not saying that being older does not equate to looking good. There are plenty of gentlemen.
They went for an idealized version.
There are plenty of gentlemen that look very good and are older. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that to me, like, I think that you have this image of what Hugh Jackman looked in his prime or when, you know, he was younger, but that's not what he looks like anymore.
Interesting. Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same argument, I would say, with Iron Man. Like, if he came back and they give you another figure, he doesn't look the same. He doesn't look as powerful. Like, that's just the case. So for you to say that this head sculpt is, you know, so amazing, I would argue that I don't think it's, you know, the accuracy for me is not there.
Okay, for the film specifically.
Yeah, he's younger.
Okay.
So you could take any of the head sculpts and put it with this body, and you know what I mean? Like,
interesting point. Interesting point. Really quickly, let me address the chat. We got Avengers Assemble saying, Gigi, I gifted Marco most of these. He's good. Yeah. Thank you for your generosity, by the way. We got Eclectic Collector in the house. She's using a Jedi mind trick on you. She really is trying to. We got Keith Lee saying, Gigi, this one has rolling eyes too. It's a great point.
The rolling eyes.
None of the other ones that I have rolling eyes, so that's a great data point. Ty, Uncommon Flex in the house. Thank you, Gigi.
Hi.
Ty, what the fuck?
I'm just saying.
Whose side are you on?
I cannot take your word that this is the best one because this just does not look accurate to me. It's too young.
Okay, it's too young.
Yeah.
It is idealized. I get that. But when I look at this, I see Hugh Jackman, like the best Hugh Jackman they've ever done. I obviously haven't seen the film yet, so I can't say like, oh, that's not him from the film.
I don't have to see the film. I can see it from the picture that you pulled up. That's not Hugh Jackman now.
And I got to say right on time to my guys. We got Calvin, the low-key collector. What's up, y'all? Calvin, what's going on? Thanks for joining. And we got Big Dog Pound in the house. Go ahead and give that to me.
Woo!
Big Dog Pound. Calvin, help me out here. I'm getting cooked right now. Okay, go ahead.
Keith Lee said this is the best one, Gigi. Facts. Those are not facts. I mean, if I always hear, oh my God, this is a shrunken version of this.
It really is, though.
It's not. That's not what he looks like. If I asked my 5-year-old nephew, who is this? And I gave him some pictures, he would not pick Hugh Jackman now.
I disagree, though.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay, we're going to do an experiment. This is a... yeah, this may be a tough photo to try to...
Anyway.
But you're right. He does look older. And this is definitely idealized. So, okay, your point is taken there. Really quickly, I want to say, Ty is saying, I'm thanking Gigi for saying older guys can still look good. Okay, Ty.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like, well, actually, one thing that I didn't tell Ben, because he was saying that, you know, it's recently his birthday and he's getting some grays. I was like, you know, I think I roasted him a little much and I wasn't going to do that in his home. But I was like, I don't want to hear it. Men with like salt and pepper look so good, and so I don't want to hear this like gray hair thing. Like, anyway,
I'm starting to get a lot of grays in my beard.
I like it.
Okay, all right. You were looking at me the other day. I didn't know if you wanted to kill me or you were looking at me affectionately. But okay. So your point is taken on the head sculpt and the age and the idealized version. Okay. So what else? What else you got for me?
So the other thing is that. So again. First point is that, you know, if you wanted to create this world, you can do it with any other. I get that this is the blue and the yellow. Mm-hmm. I get that. Mm-hmm. I understand that. My second point is that, you know, who is this? Hot Toys?
This is Hot Toys.
Okay. So we've talked about this before. Like, you know that others are going to make it or they'll make another, you know, non-deluxe version. So if your argument is, I want one to live in two worlds, then just wait. I will.
So Gigi, so just to get on that point, they do have a standard version, and all you get in the standard version is this on the right hand side, right? So you get just the mask, you get just one set of arms, no battle damaged. So that's just the standard. So if you wanted to just get that look, you could theoretically get a deluxe and a standard. My argument is this head sculpt is so good. Like you said, it's kind of like an idealized version of him that you could use on other ones too, right? If you wanted to upgrade other figures. So you might as well, if you're getting one, you might as well just get 2 deluxe and just put that extra, little bit extra, because I want to say it's like 280, 285 versus 340, right? So pay that extra 40-ish bucks to just get the head sculpt.
To me, the classic version is the one with the mask. Or yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's Wolverine to you with the mask.
Yes. Number
you.
1 and number 2, so starting from the left. No, go back.
Oh, okay.
No.
Whoops.
Number 1 and number 2, I'm gonna tell you, I don't like this look.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It makes me very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely hate, and I hate the middle one, the one with the bare arms. Guy tank tops should not be a thing. Like, I hate this in real life. Like, I just don't like this. Additionally, I think that I really hate when you can't see the neck.
Okay.
And so it just,
That's why you don't watch
goofy to
CW?
me. Jeez.
I see. Yeah, that's a weakness of it for sure, that it's not like a seamless neck, that it's... Okay, go ahead.
I don't see the purpose for that. The battle
It could be
damage.
a bad angle though. Let me just see really quickly. Yeah, they do have that collar
that's
riding
the
up pretty
thing.
high, but
Yeah.
But look right there though. You can see a lot more neck. You can see a lot more
No,
neck.
I hate this. Makes me uncomfortable. Like,
Okay.
I just don't like it. It looks weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I just don't like that. It's like he's wearing a turtleneck, and I just really don't like that look. It's just, that's a very, like, just no for me. So yeah, so why wouldn't you get, like, the chances are of you displaying your second one without the mask is, like, that's not gonna happen. So let's be realistic.
I guess what I'm saying is you could use it with the mask and then also use that head sculpt on another figure.
But if this is the one to get, why would you use it on any other one?
Because it's better than the other ones they've done so far.
But then now you need another head for this headless body. That
You're right.
doesn't work.
It's a never-ending cycle, and then another body, and then another head. Keith Lee is saying $60. Hugh Jackman head sculpt, sleeved arms, plus battle damage chest and gauntlets. That's what you get from the standard to the deluxe.
I understand that. However, I would never display number 1 and number 2. That body is just not going to work.
And I will say, for most people, they're going to display it like number 1, I think. They want to display it like number 2, but the head sculpt is too good that they're going to just display it like number 1. Because it'll give you the most posability.
What are you saying?
And the one with the long sleeves and the head sculpt on. I think that's how most people are going to have it in the collection.
That's not Wolverine.
That's my point, though, right? If you grew up with Hugh Jackman, it's been 20 years that he's been playing this character. That is Wolverine to us, right? Like, he's as much Wolverine as the guy
I need to see the arms. No, that's not true. I'm saying number 3 is Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Number 1 is not Wolverine.
I see. It's kind of movie specific, but I got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on from that.
Let me say what's up to Eddie. Eddie,
hi.
Help out, bro. Help
out. Now I've lost my train of thought. What else?
You're saying that's not Wolverine. No one would display it like that.
I just don't think you would. I mean, you can lie to yourself, but I just don't think that's going to happen. If based on your argument that this is so iconic, and if it's iconic, it's number 3.
Also, this is my first time sitting in this chair. It's tough. It's tough to be a male.
I didn't realize what chair you were sitting in.
It's tough to be a male in this chair.
Okay, well, we can switch if you'd
like.
like. Anyway, moving on. You keep making me lose my thought.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay,
I'm trying to throw you off your game.
So number 3, I think I'm at. Yeah, why I get it. $60 for, I think somebody said, like, the arms and, like, the battle damage. The battle damage has 2 freaking holes on the chest. Like, my guy, that's
more than that. I think it's more than that. Look at that.
Oh, 3. I'm sorry.
And I think battle damage gauntlets too. So look at the gauntlets on the left versus the gauntlets on the right. Just saying, let's be accurate.
It literally looks
be accurate
the
with
same.
what we're saying, all right?
Okay. Anyway, to me, $60 is not worth it. I'd rather put that somewhere. If you're going to get 2 of these, I would suggest waiting because then they're gonna make another one. You haven't even seen the film. The film hasn't even come out.
Okay, so that brings us to our next point, Gigi. We're setting you up there.
So why would you do two of the same?
That's the tough part, right? Okay, I think because it's so iconic, it doesn't really matter if the movie's not good, if they make a bunch of other ones. But just really quickly, I will say the likelihood that we're going to get another Hugh Jackman from this film is very high. The likelihood that we get 2 Hugh Jackmans in addition to this, very high. I still think it warrants getting 2. But you think it's ludicrous to have 3 already, 2 of this, and then whatever else comes down the pipeline. That's way overkill.
Yes, number one, to answer your question shortly. Because you have the 3, the other 3, I don't remember I remember what one of them looks like, but they're different enough, right? It's not like a light yellow and or a black and yellow.
It's not a
like
repaint.
I get
they're
that.
Different figures, yeah.
So, and this is to me iconic. So I wouldn't be like, no, you shouldn't get this.
Yeah.
But 2, you're going to want another one of the movie. It's just gonna happen. Also, really, are you really gonna pose them 1 and 2? I just don't think you are.
Yeah, actually,
I don't.
So actually, there's a hybrid. Let me see if I can find it. So, let's see. Damn it. So see right here where he's got the unsleeved with the shoulder pads. That's likely how I would display it.
Okay.
So that look plus one with the head sculpt on, and maybe the sleeves or maybe not the sleeves, but yeah. That's probably
number
what's at.
2. If you display it like number 2, I don't think.
Really quickly, let me check in with the chat here. Tukathri in the house. What's going on, Tuk? Saying Gigi is such a figure pro now. It's true. Let's see. Keith Lee is saying this is the last time Hugh Jackman is playing Wolverine again. Yeah, but probably, maybe Secret Wars, but one of the last times for sure. Eddie is saying, I think I need 2. Eddie, I think that's the move. I'm trying to make my case here. I'm really trying. You want to read this one from Ty?
Sorry.
Okay, it's like getting the
Keaton
Batman
that again?
from the Flash movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was a day one, and the movie was not that good. And I like the Flash movie, but yeah, that's the gamble that you take without seeing the film first, for sure.
Well, my argument is not if you don't like the movie, you're not going to like the film. Like we've established, this is iconic from the 90s. So whether the movie is good or not, I don't think that's going to sway either way.
Yeah.
The argument is more so...
You can see that point.
Yes.
Okay.
But the argument is more so, why would you get 2 of the same? I get it, they're not the same, but knowing that they're likely going to make another figure that looks different.
Yeah, for sure.
And the head sculpt, your argument is the head sculpt. The head sculpt is probably going to be exactly the same.
You're not... Well, yeah, they might reuse the head sculpt. They might put a patch on him. Who knows? Let's see. Keith Lee is saying, that yellow suit / figure is going to pop so hard on your white displays back there. Another point for Keith. Keith, oh my. And Keith, I really appreciate that. And for that, you get sent
Right to jail.
Keith, you're making too many valid points here. Let's see. Eddie is saying sleeveless and the unmasked on one and sleeves with masks on the other. Yeah, I think that's the move, Eddie. I think that's the move.
Okay. Anyway.
Gigi's skeptical. We got baby boy in the house.
Skeptical. It's
Happy
just a
Friday.
no.
Okay, she's not skeptical. It's just a no. Gigi.
Skeptical is I'm not sure. You know, it's like a no.
But you're building your argument. So, anyways, I've interrupted you. Let's say what's up to Danny Lee really quick.
Hi.
What's up, Marco, Gigi, and Pancake? Danny, thanks for joining, brother. All right, Gigi, what other points do you have?
I think that's it.
Okay, so here's a crumb that you left as well. And this is going to piss you off even more. Hot Toys had already announced this Hono Studios Wolverine. Now, this one came in at $160, but this was supposed to be our classic Wolverine. Now, Gigi, I want to make a case for getting
If
2
you say 3,
of the Hugh Jackman and 1 of the Hono Studios.
No.
As just like a poser, you know? He's just like one to pose up, one to just have fun with. Like, that's your posing figure. What say you?
Absolutely not. Number one, I think that this one, and it's not even the price, I promise. This is better than number 3 on the Hot Toys.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Okay, so you like this more.
Made me feel something.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas the other one, I was like, that suit looks too big, and then I see that it is movie accurate. His jaw is too thin, and I think look at that. Like that does not look like Hugh Jackman to me.
I think so,
No.
especially the one on the left. I think the one on the left.
Number 2,
especially.
look at number 2.
Number 2 is a little sus.
Yeah.
Number 2, but I haven't seen the movie, so.
This does not look like Hugh Jackman to me with the mask on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But this other one,
the Hono Studios one.
yes, that looks so good.
It does, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
so here's the dilemma I have, right? So I plan on getting this one again because this Wolverine it's my guy. This specific look.
It's my guy.
I got a lot of guys
Oh
and gals,
God.
but this specific look of Wolverine is just like takes me back to being a kid. So I planned on getting this one, but then again, like I want this display as well, but then I also want it with the head sculpts. What say you?
No, I just told you. If choice number 3 looks better than, this alternative, I'm gonna get a second figure so I can display it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing,
Go ahead.
I can see your display. Go to the original one.
Oh, the
I can
original,
see that you're gonna display either 1 or 3. This one. Number 2, I just don't see. That's just no. That's a no. And so, if that's your argument, you already know that you're not going to display option 2.
I think that's why you don't get 3. That's why you just get 2.
No, just wait. I'm getting there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you have 3 alternates that you can display them in. Number 1, okay, whatever. I personally don't like that because I need to see a little bit more skin. It's just too covered for me.
Wow. Okay.
So that one I
I'm
can
gonna
understand.
switch chairs. I'm
Sorry.
gonna turn off the camera for 1 second. Keep talking though. Keep talking.
Okay. See, this is why, Eddie, this is why I can't do rebuttals because look at what this man is doing.
Go ahead. I wasn't saying you gotta sit there. But
Well, yeah, I'll just sit here.
Okay.
So number 2 is gone, right? So that narrows it down to now you have option A and C, or 1 and 3, however you want to decide. So, okay, enough. So then that narrows it down to A and B, correct?
Sure.
You agree?
Mm-hmm.
So now you have this option 3, or the other one. I don't know the name of it. Sorry, because I think I'm confusing with number 1 and 3. So now you have this Hot Toys, right? You have 2 options. You have A and you have C. C can be taken off because you have this other figure. Sorry, I don't know the company, but this other option.
Oh no, it's still Hot Toys, but it's supposed to be their cheap.
Okay.
Their cheap version.
So they're
of the,
cheap.
Yeah.
Yes. So that takes care of option C.
I see. That's the masked. This is your masked version right there. Okay.
And that,
Yeah.
So then what are you left with?
Mhm.
Just option A of the deluxe, right? Wait.
I see.
And then you buy this one. And then how much can somebody do the math? Now how much
Yeah,
are
how much
you
have you
saving?
saved? Wow, at least $200. I just saved myself $150. Keith Lee is saying, I need to cancel my Hono Studios one. I feel like a lot of people are going to be canceling for sure.
I think it looks really good.
We got Feezy Figures in the house saying, that's why I'm holding out personally. They may release a variant of Jackman in another suit with the same sculpt. I think we can count on it, honestly. And again, that's why the whole concept of getting 2 is crazy. But if you're a big Wolverine guy, like I am, again, I don't even collect this scale, but this one I got at Comic-Con just because that's the look. That's the look right there. You want to hold that, Gigi?
No. But
anyways, Feezy, thanks for joining. Eddie's saying it's Hugh Jackman.
I disagree.
Let's see. Keith Lee is saying, I think the problem is the monitor that you're using to show Gigi these figures. It's a great point. I think we need a 4K.
You're going to tell me that Hugh Jackman now looks like this head sculpt. No. I don't care who it is. That is
This one right here?
incorrect. No, the other
Oh,
one.
the other one. Okay, yeah.
That's
yeah.
incorrect. That is not Hugh
I think
Jackman.
it's one on the left for sure, though.
No.
That's Hugh.
No.
Actually, you know, the one on the right, the more I zoom into, it's Hugh. He's just expressive. He's expressive.
I
Let's
disagree.
see. King Dingling saying, I would change the name of the channel to 1-6 Clinch every time you present scenarios, Marco. Oh man, that's why I had to switch chairs. It was tough. It was getting sweaty over there. You want to read this one from PZ?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still not sold on execution of Jackman's suit. Gotta see the movie, the Hono, though. Yes, exactly. And I do, like, from the picture that Marco showed me, it doesn't look like it's just a little bit looser. It's not, like, skin tight, you know? Like what we're used to.
PZ, you're coming in here being a little too rational, and I just need you to fanboy out right now.
It's literally the things that I've been saying.
No, I'm just... let's see. Jose is saying, buy 2 deluxes, use the second head sculpt on the 1973 Wolverine. That's kind of what I was saying. You know, worst case scenario, you use that head sculpt to upgrade another figure.
But that's what I'm saying. You are only going to display A and C. If that's your option, then use the head sculpt and then get the Hono. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was a good idea to come on today, but you know what?
Oh. 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 No.
Ah, boy. It's so I'm not making much ground here. Let's see what else we got. Keith Lee is saying 1 equals left, 3 equals right. There you go. That's right. I know the exhibits. You should refer to it as Exhibit A.
That's right.
And Exhibit
Correct.
C. Come on.
That's
Come on.
right. That's true. That's on me.
Eddie's saying it's still 2 different masked versions. That's the thing. It's like you could have multiple representation of the masked version because it's classic. You can throw the little one in the trash, like Danny said. Don't buy that shit. I kind of regret it now. You know, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted, but now this is truly price of the Hono Studios almost. Damn near. We got Vintage Rebellion podcast in the house. Sup, dudes? What's going on? Thanks for joining. I think it was like $70.
Oh my.
It's a memory from Comic-Con. You know, I bought nothing else while I was there, so this is my Comic-Con guy, and I'm sticking to that story. Let's see. You want to read this one from Ty?
I get it, Marco. Batman is my guy, except for Clooney.
Sometimes you got to unload the clip on the characters you really, really care about. You want to read this one too?
Gigi, I tried talking him out of buying the little one last SDCC.
It's a fun pose one though. That's what I'm saying for the Hono Studios as well. Just like a little mess around one. Keith Lee saying, show Gigi the underwear on the Hono one. Oh yeah. Okay, so I picked out the best angles of Hono because I was trying to convince you, but you didn't even need convincing. I will say the lower body's probably the weakest of it. The claws are kind of sus too. What are your thoughts now?
No, I like it.
Okay, you still like it.
This is what he looks like to me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's still a cool figure, but Danny is saying, I am your memory of Comic-Con. Wow.
Oh my.
And he's saying, who the fuck said except for Clooney? Oh man. All right. So let's Gigi, I think we got one more thing we want to talk about here. And this one's going to piss you off even more.
I'm going to give you 2 minutes because I do have to go.
Wow. Okay. So Gigi's on a pitch count here. Gigi, this is the Symbiote suit. It's actually the black and white suit is what it's labeled as from the Spider-Man 2 video game. Gigi, what are your thoughts on this one?
Okay,
let's say the special edition.
This is gonna be very quick. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no. So this is the cartoon we all grew up on, right? Another thing.
I don't remember him.
You don't remember him when he got the black suit? He becomes a prick.
Anyway.
It's the best. It's the best timeline. This is what it looks like in the video game.
Oh, I do remember the video game.
So what are your thoughts on this one?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. When Ben had a different picture, and when Ben showed it, it looked really good.
Ooh, okay.
These pictures, I don't think it looks really good.
Okay, we didn't put our best foot forward here.
I like it. I like the creativity, but I kind of retract my statement. If I was getting it and then I saw these, then I wouldn't get it.
If you were getting it and then you saw the pictures, wow, okay.
If Ben, so after I saw it on Ben's show, then just higher quality. If I saw
higher
that
quality.
picture,
He just upgraded his stream quality. Okay.
yes, I know. I know all about it because we're besties. If
At least he'll text you back. So there's that.
If I saw that stream,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, that looks amazing. And then if I saw this stream, I'd be like, oh no, I'm going to cancel my pre-order right now.
Just you're that fickle. You're
Yes.
You're that fickle of a collector. You're that person.
Oh, 100%.
Wow,
It's my money.
Yeah, it's true.
I can do what I want.
It is a good point. It is a good point. Okay, so you don't think it looks good here, but what you saw before,
I
it
like the
cool.
creativity in sense of like it wrapping its head,
Mm-hmm.
but like this, yeah, hard pass.
Hard
on
pass like
this
that.
one.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
kind of a sus pose, but again, the nostalgia.
Yeah, I get it.
This is some of my favorite episodes because obviously then it goes on to become Venom. The symbiote does. So, Gigi, you feel no type of way about
No.
this one, really?
No.
Okay. It's unfortunate. It makes me. I thought you were going to either be all about it or all against it, but the fact that you're neither, it's not. It's not good TV. It's not good TV. Let's see. Ty is saying, "I got to be honest. Be honest. Go ahead. Eddie's saying, "I hear you, but also you're dead to me." Wow. Damn. Okay. Gigi, with that, anything else that you wanted to chit chat about today? I know you got to get back. I know your boss is calling you right now, but yeah, we were here long enough for you to yell at me for a little bit and shatter my spirit.
Good.
But we won't be deterred. I still feel the way I feel.
Okay. You're allowed to your feelings.
Okay. Does that mean that I'm allowed to
No.
pursue those feelings?
We would discuss, but I am very against you getting 2 of these. I am very, very against you
Okay.
getting
Okay.
2 of these.
All right. Not a fan. Really quickly, Gigi, just tell us 2 people that are on your bucket list. Not your bucket list, but your hall pass list.
This is hard. I haven't thought about this for a long time. And I don't know that I know their names.
Okay.
Maluma was, but every time he changes
off.
his hair, I'm done. Like, yes, I am very fickle.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I think he dyed his hair blonde, and I was like, all right, you're dead to me. Yeah, he just does weird things with his hair, and I'm just not into it. So he was one for a long time. And then, the second is not a boy. It would be Carol G, I feel like.
Wow. Okay. So it's a gal, huh?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have very high standards.
Okay.
and-
Yeah.
in this world, obviously not in real life.
This is going to get even weirder, but not to compare you to my mom, but she would always tell my dad. So this is history repeating itself. She's like, I would leave you for 2 people, either Jack Black. She loved Jack Black.
Oh my god.
Or Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
That was,
I mean,
she
yes.
had a guy and a girl too.
my
So
God.
yeah.
Angelina was on my list for a long time, but then
Wow.
I'm like, I feel like she would be weird.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't think I have any gentlemen on my list, but I will just say Elizabeth Olsen. She's still pretty high up there. And Isa Gonzalez, we just saw the video yesterday that she was just a chubby teenager. I thought she was just born just like a saint, but apparently she had a lot of work done. She's still perfection, but
she never confirmed.
I saw what she looked like a few years before.
You said that I had a chubby face when I was younger.
True, you burn off the
so-
baby fat. With that, Gigi, it was a short show. Appreciate everyone joining us today. If you're still in here, just hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. Like I said, link down to Collector Zone. Check us out on LWO, me out on LWO on Big Bretta's channel in about an hour and a half.
Are you gonna be? I
at least for a little bit, yeah.
Go to the barbecue with me.
Oh, whoops. Okay, so maybe I won't be on. We'll see.
No,
we got some things to discuss.
I did.
Depends how many Wolverine I'm getting.
Okay, that should have been our. Is it weird?
What is it? Go ahead.
I was invited to a barbecue with my friends, and I knew that their significant others were going to go, but I didn't. It didn't. I'm very independent, so I didn't even think about asking Marco, "Hey, do you want to go to the barbecue?" Until I told him I might go to the barbecue, and he was like, "Should I go?" And I'm like, "Oh, if you want to, the boys are gonna be there."
I think it's families with a lot of kids, and she'll normally take her nephew to go play with those kids. So every time you've gone over there, I wasn't part of the equation, and this time I guess it was a little different. So it's all right. I'm not feeling left out. It's fine. I can't talk to any of the husbands about dolls like I can my friends here. So
Sure.
it's yeah, and they don't watch basketball. They don't watch football.
true.
Yeah. So what else is there left to
Soccer.
talk about? Our jobs? No thanks. Gigi, with that, I think there was one more. Whoever told you that I was getting 2, this is all I have to say about it.
Stupid.
None of it's true.
None of it's true. None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
And with that, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Gigi, take us out.
Bye. I'm your wife. Like, this is real life. Like, what are you doing?